Hey y'all, quick video here. This is another one of these, I guess you could say, archival type videos for a couple of old hard drives. The two hard drives that I've got in front of me here are Fuji electronics, not Fujitsu, Fuji FK302-26s, as you can see on the label there. And you can see that it is in fact Fuji Electric Co. Limited, not Fujitsu Limited. These are both MFM hard drives. They're 20 megabytes apiece, 3.5-inch full height drives with stepper motors. I got both of these on eBay. They were really cheap at the time, so that's why I ordered two of them. As you can see on the stickers there, they've both been repaired by this third-party Big Byte company. And I'm not sure what exactly repair went into these, but let me put it this way: they both have issues to some extent. Both of these have pretty rough stiction. This one a lot more so than this one. And originally when I got these drives, I thought they were both cactus because of that. And I sacrificed this guy right here to see if I could fix those stiction issues. I actually tried swabbing down both the heads and the platter surface with isopropyl alcohol to see if it would get rid of the stickiness, but it didn't. Not at all. And I'm not going to open them on camera. Well, I might, but the stiction is so bad you can see the head physically get bent while the actual reed element gets stuck to the platter surface. So it's pretty bad. But yeah, so this one on the left here does actually work, and that's the one that'll be featured in the video. So let me just give a brief look over these things. So you can see they have a head locking solenoid there, which is pretty good. Here's the PCB. They look both about the same. I think I said it, but these are both MFM. And on this side, got the head ribbon cable along the back there. And this one has a activity LED, and this one has a header for an LED. So a little bit different in that regard, but not too. I'm noticing now that this one has a frame on it, whereas this one doesn't, which is kind of interesting. I can't remember if I opened both. No, I clearly didn't open this one. So this one is still sealed since at least 4/27/90 when they did their repair on this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the broken one open, and you can see my damage and the stiction problems. Okay, so I've got all 6 screws removed there, and there's our platter surface. So you can see the discoloration on the surface there, so that's not ideal, but yeah. So let me go ahead and spin this by hand, and yeah, you can just hear that. But if I forgot, if I scoot the head back, this might be a lot easier to see. Yeah, so you can look at how bad those heads jump. It's completely bending them with how bad the stiction is on those bottom platters. And you might be able to see that the top platter there is not as bad, so, you know, you might think that my repair was sort of a success, but I don't really think the top platter was ever that bad, so I'm not sure if anything I did really fix that, but yeah. So this drive, unfortunately by my own doing, I'll admit, is cactus, but you know, please have some mercy on me. It was for the greater good. I tried to see if there was a way that I could fix the stiction issues at least my 2 drives are plagued with. But yeah, unfortunately this drive is not fixable. So yeah. And just before we get the actual meat and potatoes of this video started, you know, a small comment about these drives. I don't think they're hugely high quality despite being Japanese made. The steppers, I mean, they're fine, but they sound like generic sort of high-pitched run-of-the-mill stepper motors. I mean, they're precise enough to get the positioning of a hard disk, but they're very slow. I remember in spin right with my working drive, the seek time on these guys is supposed to average 65 milliseconds, but really it was averaging more like 100 milliseconds. So these aren't quick. They're very slow to seek. And apparently, at least my two needed repair for some reason in the 90s, and these drives would have been made in only the late 80s. So I can't imagine. They're super high quality, that they wouldn't last, 5 years in service. So, definitely not. Well, probably not, top quality drives like Seagates or Priams or something like that, but an interesting piece of computing history nonetheless. So now, enough rambling from me, on with the actual noisy bits. One more thing before I pop off here, I forgot the specs of this drive aren't labeled on there, and since Fuji's kind of an archaic disc company. Here are the specs for the FK302-26. It's 21 meg drive formatted, 612 cylinders, 4 heads, 613 is the reducer write current, and 307 is the write pre-comp. And some specs that I found online didn't list the reduced write current or the write pre-comp. So that may be relevant for your needs. And you can see there, for other similar drives, the access time is 50 to 80 milliseconds. It doesn't list it for the FK302, but in the hard drive Bible I saw it listed as 65 milliseconds, which happens to be smack dab in the middle of 50 to 80, so there you go. So yeah, now for real, on with the noisy bits.